Join us now in the studio for Clutterbug Breaking News.
This just in, you actually have to be less organized in order to have a more organized home. Back to you, Bob. Do I have a problem with authority? Yeah, probably. Absolutely. That means I don't love rules. I don't love being told what to do, and I like breaking rules, which actually can be amazing when it comes to getting your home organized. We're going to break all the rules today, and I'm going to show you how this can actually make your home tidier. Hi, I'm Cass from Clutterbug, and I'm going to share my biggest home secret with you. How I keep everything really tidy by actually being less organized. I'm always on TikTok and Instagram, and there's like a million either gadgets or hacks or tools of how to do your home right. And they're all insanely complicated. And here's the thing that I've discovered is all that just leads to procrastination and making your house actually messier. So here's the rules I break, starting with laundry. Not only do I not sort my laundry by colors, I wash everything together, but I also do not fold. Which is bonkers, right? Like I literally stopped folding, and instead, as I'm pulling things out, anything that has to be hung, I kind of hang it on the door, and anything else I just shove in here. So if I don't care if it gets wrinkled, like pajamas, underwear, socks, I just toss it into the bin and go upstairs and literally shove it where it goes. Shove the underwear in the underwear drawer, the clothes in the bin as fast as possible, and that means an entire load of laundry takes me like 5 minutes to put away instead of pressuring myself to sit in front of the TV and fold and then find time to put away all the things that I folded, which never happened, and I just had mount laundry everywhere. It's all about speed, my friends. This is how I definitely shrunk this sweater. I'm supposed to take his sweaters out and not put them in the dryer. Sometimes there's casualties. But you know what? I save so much time and I never have laundry clutter. So I'll stretch it later, Joe. I'll stretch it out later, Joe. I want you to be open to giving this a try. Unorganizing your laundry, hashtag no regrets. Best hack ever. The real bummer about his sweater. Who thinks while they're transferring? I'm just trying to shove it from one to the other as fast as possible. I don't look at what's inside. Do people grab each individual item? I grab the whole hoard and shove it and cram it with my foot. No? That's not the way. I don't care. This is better. This is better, and I'll fight anyone who says otherwise. Look, see, then I just fold these on top, and then I take it upstairs, and I put it away in like a minute. Just be quiet, Emily. Listen to me. I have not folded clothes in 15 years, but for the purpose of this video, I was like, oh, for B-roll, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna fold. I'm at least 5 minutes in, and I've folded like 8 things. Are you doing this? Tell me in the comments. Is this what you guys are doing? No wonder you hate laundry. No wonder it's piled everywhere. So let me get this straight. You spend freaking what, a half an hour folding, then you put it all back in the basket and then take it upstairs and put away? Somebody make it make sense to me. I got better stuff to do. I could just take this and immediately shove it away and be done. You're doing this whole unnecessary step that's awful. This is awful. Please stop folding your clothes. No. I started unorganizing my bedside table. There is so much pressure to keep your bedside table neat and tidy all the time, but I'm also walking chaos and I spend a lot of time rotting in my bed. So this is where I put everything down. 50 million glasses, like the book I'm reading, chargers. It's always looking chaotic, and I agree that keeping it clear is nice, which is why I unorganized it by creating a Chucket bucket. It's basically an under the bed pull-out that I pull out and I just chuck it all in there. And then when I'm laying in bed and I need something, I literally reach down, I pull, I grab what I need, I pile it here as I'm using it, and then I toss it in the Chucket bucket when I'm done. So that this is always clear and organized, except I haven't had to organize anything. I just smooshed it to a different location. But this, my friends, is totally working for me. I stopped organizing my mail. I used to think you had to come in and have a recycling bin and shred everything and sort all your mail as soon as you got it from the mailbox. So what I would do is just shove it to do it later and then forget where I shoved it and then never pay a bill. Instead, everything, if it's junk mail, doesn't matter, goes one container, and then one day a week I have this appointment and this reminder, and I go through and I empty everything and I deal with it and I start fresh. Basically anything kind of important or that I have to do just gets chucked in this clutter catcher, but that honestly works for me. Taking the pressure off having to do everything right when it comes to my mail means I no longer have paper clutter, and it's awesome. I unorganized my food. There's two things that I think are like traditional rules. One is all your food has to be stored together in the kitchen, whether it's in a pantry or in cabinets, all food stuff together. I don't do that. I store the food where we use it in the kitchen. So I have a spot just for breakfast, which is by the toaster and the spreads, so I don't have to walk. But it also keeps things tidier and people are less likely to leave things out on the counter. I also have a special spot for snacks for kids in a lunch making station, so we don't have to walk back and forth when packing a lunch. I also gave up on the rule that things have to be fancy and decanted or all things lined up. I am all about having baskets for different categories where I just chuck the food in. It's fast, it's easy, and guess what? It's still organized. Let's talk about unorganizing your household essentials. Basically, what I mean by this is the stuff you use on a regular basis that traditional organizing tells us should all be stored in specific spots, like the garage. I am not going to walk my lazy butt back and forth to the garage when I use things a lot. Like I use zip ties probably twice a month. Should I walk back to the garage? Probably. That's too much. So things that I use all the time, yeah, I store here. And I feel like this is just like every other tip that I've shared, and I'm a broken record because I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but this is the whole point. Like, let's just embrace our natural tendencies when it comes to where we put things down, and it's okay to make a home for that stuff nearby, even though it should go in the garage, or it should go in the office, or it should go in the craft room, or it should go in the playroom. If your kids are constantly dragging the same toys out in the living room every day, and you have a toy room, and you're just like constantly walking it back at the end of the night, maybe you just need a little play basket with those toys in your living room. That's what this is all about. There are no set homes where everything has to be categorized together. It's totally okay to just store it where you plop it. Store it where you plop it, friends. I cannot stress the importance of unorganizing your donations. I used to spend so long worried about how to rehome the things I no longer wanted. Like blankets, they should go to the Humane Society, and craft supplies should go to nursing homes, and toys should go to like different charities for toys or daycares. Stop it! It was so bonkers. Like it took me so long. I also used to wash all the donations before I donated them. No. We are unorganizing the donations. I have one bin in the closet that's on the floor. If something doesn't fit or we don't like it, it goes in there. But also other things that I'm donating just all go together, and everything goes to Goodwill when it's full. So I don't have to worry about how I'm letting go of things, only that it's actually leaving my house. And I recommend that you do this too. And if honestly, the idea of decluttering is super overwhelming and you're like, I don't know, and which charity should I take it to? A trash bag. It's okay to just say, today I don't have the capacity to get detailed with my stuff, and I'm just putting it in a black trash bag and moving on. And for the love of Peter, don't you dare fold the donations or wash them. Like, don't wash the clothes before you donate them, because everything at the thrift store smells like pee, mothballs, or grandpa. We're washing it anyways. I buy from the thrift store all the time. I immediately come home and wash it on the hottest setting I can. So like, you're wasting your time. They're gonna wash it anyways. Stop it. It's totally time to unorganize your paperwork. When you're done paying a bill, instead of worrying about it going in a filing cabinet and everything's in alphabetical order, I just have one bin for like paid bills 2025 and I chuck everything in. This stops me from waiting until I can do it right later and having paper piles all over the place. And plus, everything at the bottom is January, then February, then March. You get the idea. I'm kind of filing while piling, and I only have to go through my paperwork one day a year at tax time where I empty everything out and start fresh for the next year. On a similar note, I stopped over-organizing receipts. I unorganized it by literally putting everything into just one box instead of having a little folder for receipts for food and one for big appliances and all this. Like, I totally overcomplicated it, so I just shoved them all in my purse or a drawer. Now, by just having one spot for all the receipts, I know where everything is and it's staying tidy. Let's talk about unorganizing your digital stuff, especially emails. There are people who every day their goal is to get down to 0 emails. Or when it comes to their files, they're putting like everything into these complicated folder systems. Friends, digital stuff is searchable. You don't have to delete any of your emails if you don't want to. If you really don't like looking at them, you can select them all and archive them. Archiving means they're not gone forever, but you don't have to look at them and feel stressed. But if you actually need one of them, you can just search the name or even anything that has to do with anything in the email at all. Ask me how I know. Do I have thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of emails? Yeah. Am I able to instantly find what I need? Every time. The same goes for my digital folders. I save everything to the desktop, don't judge. When I can no longer see the color behind, I select all, drag them over into a random bin, and then just search when I need to find something. Just unorganize your digital stuff. It's okay. Unorganizing my bathroom was like the greatest thing I ever did. I used to think that you had to store all your lotions together and all your different things and like vitamins together and medicine together, except I would never remember to take my daily meds or my vitamins or anything else. And plus, I would like trash my bathroom with all my stuff. Now, I just have a get ready bin. That means everything you use to get ready is just together. So you know you're not going to forget anything because you're looking at it all. Except now you only have one thing to put away. So think about all the things you use, like your hairbrush and your toothbrush and whatever in the morning. Put it all into one convenient container. And then when you're done, tuck it away. I unorganized cleaning. I used to have checklists on checklists with like these complicated schedules where once a week I would vacuum and dust and blah blah blue. Nope. Now it's like every day you just got to do a little something, whatever you feel like, whatever you notice. It's a little bit unorganized, but actually it's doable. So I'm cleaning more. And I also unorganized my cleaning supplies. Instead of this traditional rule that everything's stored together, I have like caddies and totes that I can carry around with me that have my favorites. And I store things like the cleaner I use for the table close to the table instead of all together in a different room. I store things where I use it. It's all about laziness. And when we let go of these rules of how we're supposed to, instead we start organizing how we use it, that's when things stay tidy. I unorganized my memories. For a really long time, I tried to make scrapbooks for everyone and have like shadow boxes and detailed systems. Now I have one bin in our entranceway where I just chuck anything special in it as soon as it comes through the door. And then each family member has a memory bin that I also just chuck things into. Think of it as a discovery box, photos, hockey cards, everything, whatever. If it's special, it goes into the special bin, and when it's full, I make a decision on what stays and goes. But this means I only have to worry about taking care of special mementos and sentimental memories like one day a year, except everything is still protected, not in piles, and I feel safe knowing that I'm doing a good job as a mom. I also take the same approach to like digital photos. Instead of naming them all fancy names and like some date system, I have one folder for each year where I just chuck them in and then search for the ones I want to find. This actually works. It saves a ton of time and it is good enough when it comes to organizing your memories. I stopped worrying about making everything tidy inside the categories. This is actually hard to explain. What I mean is, everything needs purpose and everything needs to have a home, but in that home, I used to worry about lining everything up. I used to worry my junk drawer had all the tools together and all the pens together, or my makeup had all the eyeshadows together and all the lipsticks. Even with snacks, I would line up granola bars separate from fruit snacks. Now I realize that the only thing that matters is all the snacks are together in one spot and there's not a can of corn in there. Or the junk drawer has all the things that belong in the junk drawer and not other random stuff. It's all about the categories and the sorting and the containing, and it's less about the perfection inside those areas. That's what takes like 99% of the time. That's what makes us procrastinate and make piles. It's worrying about setting up this really perfect system and then worried about maintaining it all the time. I'm really actually ashamed of this one because I've spent so many wasted hours trying to organize my fridge, and I've shared it all with you with different systems. I have tried every gadget, every bin, every jar, every food saving hack. The truth is, here's my only goal. Stuff that goes bad has to be visual. Instead of having everything in different places, I mean, you have to have a condiment container, okay, in the door, but I'm definitely unorganized when it comes to different compartments, different shelves. For me, it's like first in, first out kind of thing. The thing that's going to go bad, that's the thing I have to see and use up. And this is the only way I'm able to really maintain some semblance of organization in my fridge. It's embracing being less organized in my fridge. I also unorganized all my gadget accessories. You know those people where they wrap everything in little Ziplocs and maybe they put all the accessories with all the boxes that it came in, or some kind of crazy labeled nonsense. Nope. All the gadget accessories get tossed into a cords and cable box. You have this thing? I don't know, cords and cable. Random brick you find? Cords and cable. Everything together, so when you need to find something, you don't have to look and remember which kind of little compartment it's in. It's all in one place. I also have one upstairs for just random cords and cables up there. This is enough that I never have cord clutter anywhere in my home. So all those organizing rules that make you feel like you have to be better or neater or more organized, we're throwing them all out today. Real organization is finding a system that works for you, and it isn't one size fits all. Everyone organizes differently. It might look a little less organized or a little messy. What matters is that it works for you and your family. Let me know in the comments below what organizing rules you break or how you're unorganized and it actually leads to a more organized and tidy home. I cannot wait to read all your comments. Want to talk to me? I have a cool new segment on my podcast called Talk to Cass. You can go to clutterbug.com/talk-to-Cass and record a message or a question or just share something that has changed your life, and I might share that on the podcast, answer your question, or just help inspire other people with your amazing words. So again, go to clutterbug.com/talk-to-Cass and record a message today. Also, before you go, I'm doing this new segment where every week I want to really show you a different Clutterbug space that I find super inspirational and beautiful. And this I saw on Architectural Digest. This is a home that is nailing visual organization. Look at this kitchen. So beautiful. I don't know if it's a bee or a butterfly. I'd have to sneak in and like peek in closets and cabinets. But I will say that this is so visual, easy to find, easy to see, but it doesn't look like clutter. It looks gorgeous. And I love the island too that has this little curtain thing. So when you are cooking, you can open it up and everything's visual. You can grab all your supplies and tools, and then you can close it when you're done cooking. So smart. Here's another room in the house. I mean, as a ladybug, it's a little much, but for visual organizers, A+. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. Recently, I took poor Penny to the vet. Penny is our 2-year-old Labradoodle, and since we've had her, she's had a lot of food allergies, so we have to like be really specific on what she eats, but she also is picky. So we've only like free fed her, you know what I mean? Like the bowl's just kind of always there and she just eats whenever she wants the entire time we've had her. And then we got Mr. Bojangles, the stray cat. And Mr. Bojangles sometimes eats out of Penny's dish, which makes Penny very angry. And now she's eating everything in her dish. And Penny has packed on a few pounds. So the vet told us she's overweight and has to go on a diet. I was like, okay, what should we do? And the advice was, instead of regular treats, well, first the advice was feed her less. Poor thing. And then instead of regular treats, give her carrots or blueberries. Now I know this is what we're going to do, but also I feel for Penny because this is the advice people give me when I think about weight loss, right? They're like, have you tried eating fruits and vegetables? Yes, Joyce, I have. It tastes like rabbit food, which is why I don't eat it. If I enjoyed and that was a treat, I wouldn't need to lose 30 pounds. Do you know what I'm saying? Can you make a carrot taste like a cupcake, Joyce? Right? And this is, I try to give Penny a carrot and she looks at me like, are you kidding me? What is this? And I'm just like, I feel you, Penny. I know. But this is what being a grown-up is all about. See you guys next time. Are you ready for me? I'm just waiting for you. Okay. This just in. Wait, that's not right. This just in. Wait. This just in. Yes, it's deeper. Okay. This just in. You actually have to be less organized in order to be more organized. What? Reason and they both them teeny tiny squares. And they do this even though they're gonna later just use it to clean poo off the toilet.